All right, headsets untangled. Do we
Good.
got OBS or whatever it is you use to
Oop.
record?
It is OBS, and it has been going. The first thing it registered was got that headset untangled.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so we start the episode literally with you talking about it, and then asking if I record. Woo! Getting a little meta right there.
Ooh, extremely meta.
Hmm.
Speaking about meta, what do you guys remember?
I made a mistake apparently.
Yes, you did.
What kind of mistake did you make there, my good Kiki?
One that solved the problem.
That sounds like a attempt at justification.
That sounds like you
Sure.
trying to cover your butt for your mistake.
Me, I don't see it as a problem. I see it as an opportunity.
There you go.
An
Um,
opportunity.
we
We
had a
don't
dude
know
poking
yet if it's
around.
gonna end up an opportunity. Maybe.
I guess we'll find out.
Dude,
We had a guy poking around.
even if he would have killed an innocent, let's say like 14-year-old because they were like fucking near to our base, at least this way we got blood for sacrifice or rituals.
Are you gonna save blood from Gom?
Well, no, because he got eaten out.
I was going to say there's very choice
Like,
words, my friend. Choice of words. Um, I was gonna say you're probably not gonna be able to get much out of Gom now because he's deep in the bellies
Of the deep.
of the water.
Hmm. So I summoned the deep one to get rid of Gom. That's basically what happened.
When we
And
told you consult with the rest of us together before even attempting a summoning?
in my head, I was like, better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission.
That's not how it works.
Uh huh. Yeah, it is.
Damn. Just so you know, that doesn't stand up in court.
Correct?
So that was most definitely the highlight of the day. Um,
Yeah, what else did we do?
I mean, a lot of it was sort of dealing with the fact that you had Gom trailing you.
Hmm.
If you guys remember, Shima went on to a mission of spreading as much as possible the sigils or fake sigils, actually.
Which now I'm afraid,
Yes.
how is that going to bite us back in the ass?
He didn't do real ones, if I remember correctly.
yeah, no, they're
They're
not
not
real
real.
ones. Like
So
I've made it because, like you say, like the circle only works when you're using specific ways of drawing, and that's not what I did. Like it's almost as if like I only like drew the thing, doing it by obviously by mistake to not drawing it correctly.
mhm.
Yeah, so they're not functional, but it's probably still going to draw attention.
He has not used the secret ways. What else happened during that time? You guys ended up going out.
We went to the world in between to collect some material.
Went out for
Not,
breakfast also.
yeah, we went for breakfast as a team.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Blink fast.
And there's my fucking book.
Yeah, I
All
don't really have
right.
much more to add to all of the what we did. That's the bulk of it, really.
Yep. And now I just realized that I did not complete a lot of the stuff I was supposed to complete. But that's okay because we'll still be able to play.
I mean, you're the DM. You make stuff up as we go.
No, never. I've never done that. Not once
Not
in this
once.
entire thing have I ever used improv on short notice.
And
Never. Not.
and
It's
not
not because
once.
you guys are a group of freaking like psychos who break into, well, I don't know, a mental ward
To be
in order to
fair, we
find
asked
people.
permission to get into. We didn't break.
Sorry, you're absolutely correct. You did not break into a mental ward.
We broke someone out, but that's a different thing.
That is indeed a different thing. So, You guys were, I believe, just heading out and getting ready to go visit, if I remember correctly, Gom's apartment.
We're gonna head in that direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you guys doing anything beforehand, or were you just heading straight there?
Heading straight there.
And were
I
you
think I have
bringing
the
anybody with
necessary
you?
equipment that I wanted to bring already.
And were you bringing anybody with you or anything?
My dick.
Okay.
Is that something or
I,
someone?
I would also
Something.
like to
Yes.
bring my
It
dick.
has a mind of its own.
So it's a someone.
It's some dumb.
Soft dumb.
So, having gotten Gom's wallet and with a few cards that actually are still there and useful from the wetness, all of them, of course, plastic, you've managed to deduce where he lives. There's a small apartment. I don't remember what town I said it was in, but that's okay because that wasn't important.
It's Ontario-ish.
You guys arrive in a very small, un petit bloc appart.
Small block. Okay.
How small? How many apartments?
We're looking at like 8 apartments max,
Oh.
so it's not very big.
All right. All right.
The kind that has like 2 per floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see the kind.
And you notice the front door is locked.
Okay. Obviously, one of those would be locked.
We
So
know.
yes.
Okay.
What's the apartment number?
8.
8. So he would be at
8,
like
so
the
it's all the
highest
way to the
floor.
top? Okay.
At what time do we get there? That's the first question we should ask. Do we get there at night?
It's morning
It's
actually,
morning. Okay.
because you guys had spent the night, and that's when it's when you guys woke up. That your good friend Tony showed up and was like, "Yeah, I found this dude scurrying out at night." So it's bright and early in the morning, maybe about 9 o'clock in the morning. Plenty of time.
Oh, I have an idea.
I guess my version of bright and early is not exactly the same as everybody. 8
honestly,
o'clock in the morning.
9 is bright and early enough for me, I find.
Yes.
But that's me.
Dude, 8, it's already like past 2, almost 3 hours since I'm awake.
That's because you're a dad. I'm a night owl, so.
Yep.
Dude, I'm a night owl too. I was most of the time I go to sleep around like midnight, 1 or 2. And then I still wake up around like 5:30 or so.
No wonder you're tired. No wonder a few times I heard you snoring during D&D sessions. Anyways. So, I have a few ways to get us in, but if we attract unnecessary attention, that's not gonna end well.
Like, well, I'm gonna consult beforehand, but besides delivery, but that is not opening. We just need to deliver it to his door. Bring a different apartment. That's not sounds believable.
Yeah, for one of us to get in.
Does it's like,
Could it out?
Hello?
Who's typing to me? How dare you?
all right,
I said
I'm
that
gonna
just so you know. I just said that out loud. No one was actually typing me. And if someone was typing to me, that's some strange fucking spidey senses I have.
I'm going to ring at number 7.
Okay. So you buzz number 7,
Mhm.
and it takes a while, but then you hear a click and a buzz.
I open the door.
The door opens.
So before the door closes, I would just ask Manuela, are you going in alone for now, or do you want us to follow you?
No, you can follow me if you want.
Okay, I would quickly scurry through the door,
Mm.
waiting
Yeah,
for
I'm also
Alan
gonna
to also
follow.
get in.
And they'll follow also.
Okay. So as you start to go up the stairs, you notice that at the top of the stairs seems to be the neighbor who's looking down. Says, "You're not my delivery."
Oh, sorry. I thought I pressed 8, right?
Nope, you hit 7.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. So I'm just gonna go at 8 and I'm gonna knock.
He goes back in. There's no one who answers at 8.
Okay, is there peepers like on the window? Oh, on the window, on the doors.
What do you mean? Like the
Magic
little tiny
eye.
holes that you
Yeah.
magic eye. The thing you look through to
See
see.
who's there. Yeah, yeah. Does
That
number
might,
7 have that on their door?
no.
Okay,
So
so their
nobody has
doors
that.
closed. Okay.
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 Well,
What now?
I can certainly try something. I walk up and pull
Okay.
out some lockpicking tools.
Me
Mhm.
seeing this, I'm gonna try and cover him from the stairs or any like neighbors.
Same. I'm gonna pretend to be talking to Manuela, covering him. So we're as if we're
Okay.
having a discussion, waiting for him to open the door.
Okay.
Okay. So as you do so, do you, Eric, have anything to help with lockpicking?
I don't believe I have any like special abilities. No.
Um. Okay. Give me a second. Go ahead and use your trained in all interactions involving lies and trickery, even though it's not actually meant for that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just because we've spoken already about what it is,
Yeah,
a
okay.
couple things about your character, and I feel that that's something that would be important of your character.
Okay. Thank you, benevolent GM.
All right.
Wow, I am doing horribly.
Nonetheless, you seem to have trouble.
Oh.
Just one thing. Or I think it might be a bit too late, but it's fine.
No, go ahead, say it.
You see me? Go for it.
Once the dude would have like kind of closed the door, I would have liked to cast erase memories so he doesn't remember.
Ooh, smart.
Ooh.
Good idea.
You know what? Sure. I will gladly allow the retcon.
You can cast stuff like that?
I need to make an enter roll.
If it's clever enough, and if it's not something that would cause too much of a stir, like if it's in a very key moment, I generally won't allow retcons. But
I would like to.
I don't think you need to roll for that, don't you? You just need
Well,
to
it says
hit the
you
thing and
reach
use the.
you reach into the mind of a creature with immediate range and make an intellect roll. On a success, you erase up to the last 5 minutes of its.
Oh yeah, no problem. Go for it.
God, you're kidding me.
We're both
Yeah, it
rolling
didn't work.
Garbo right now.
It did not work.
With the try.
So you
So-
pull out my tools and I'm like, oh, I haven't done that in too long.
The lock seems to be getting the better of you.
Yep. Any of you two have done this before, and I just like softly shake the tools in question?
Usually, I try not to go inside my people's home. Usually, I catch them outside.
See, I just do lock sports normally. I don't actually do breaking and entering. So little bit of a precarious position I'm in right now. Nobody wants to give it a go?
I suppose I could try something.
I
Okay, what are you going to do?
It's not going to be subtle though.
Oh, we might want to resort to that to like last resort then.
All right.
or
What do you got?
do it, and just before that, where me and Eric try to make a lot of coughing or
You could take out my crowbar.
Oof.
Oh, you're gonna wrench open the door?
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
as
Give
he's
me a
gonna be
strength
trying
with an
and
asset.
make this the noise. I'm gonna start like coughing hard.
Could do a might roll.
Like
Ooh.
usually in those
Yeah, so
those
I'm
places, it's
looking
pretty.
decent.
There's a lot of echo, so
Yep. You do manage to, with a loud crack, you do manage to break the door open. And the rest of you coughing realize that the coughing, while loud, doesn't really cover too much for the
Yeah, so I would
big
just
ol'
pull
snap.
out my book and a pen in case someone shows up.
Okay.
And I'm just mentally ready for if I need to start spewing some bullshit to explain something.
Uh,
You do hear footsteps.
inside?
Not inside where you just opened, but from behind, where the dude came in. And he opens the door. He says, "The fuck was that?" And now he's looking at you guys because you're all standing in front with the door open.
I'm just going to like open, like take out my wallet, show it quickly, and I'm gonna tell him I'm Detective Ramirez, and we're trying to contact back Gone. I believe you've already seen him. He's been missing for a day.
He's been missing. I just saw him yesterday. And
He
you're
hasn't
gonna
been
have to give him.
reporting it to us.
Could you give me a roll for lying?
Yes, and I'm trained on that.
Indeed.
I'm gonna add effort.
Yeah, this matters here.
Puta
Oh no! What's with our rolls today? You know what? We should
Wow.
have just went to bed.
Apparently, he was like, "You just opened your wallet. There's fucking nothing in there. What? What do you mean you're a detective? Huh? Some detective. Why's he got a crowbar?
Can I try to cast erase memories?
Yes, you can.
Please let this work.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, it's enough.
Oh god.
Just fucking barely. Also, I would like to point out.
That he's still looking at us.
No, just pointing out that particular.
Yes, pin identity.
Yeah. Which totally could have covered for the detective spiel.
I thought like it was sorry, what? Oh, okay, it's something. Oh, it's an action. Okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Next time I'll know.
That's perfectly fine.
I thought
So
it was
you do
like
manage to
passive.
erase the guy's memories. He looks confused for a bit.
I'm like, are you? Everything's fine. You can go back inside.
What?
Jedi mind tricks.
What?
Everything's okay. You can go back inside.
Oh,
You
yeah,
told
oh,
us you didn't want to sign the petition. It's fine.
I was sign what petition?
Exactly. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Fuck you guys, I'm supposed to be cooking rice right now. He goes in, he closes the door.
The door's open, right?
The door that you guys cracked, yes.
Okay.
The
I'm
neighbor's
just-
door is closed. He just went back in.
I'm just pushing everybody
Yeah,
in.
we
like,
go in.
Yeah.
We close it to the best we can, even though it's broken. I look at
Hold on, hold on,
Manuel
hold
and
on.
I'm like, what the hell was that?
Something I picked up in Bolivia.
Okay. Care to explain?
No, we don't have the time.
Okay, sure, but
Let's start
you're
looking around.
explaining once we're back to our hideout.
I started looking.
So you start looking around inside.
I also start
Yep.
looking around inside. I'm gonna start snooping as best I
The
can.
the place is very small. It seems to be a 2.5. So there's really not much to the actual apartment itself. You notice that while looking around, there does happen to be a desk in the corner, and aside from that, the kitchen seems rather barren. There's not a whole lot of home cooked meals or anything laying around. In fact, the place is clean to the most bit, except for a decent amount of dust that's just sort of gathered everywhere.
Thus,
You get the impression that, with what you're seeing, that whoever lived here didn't stay inside that much. The desk, in the end, at the end of the living room, also didn't have a huge amount of stuff on it. It had just a couple of scattered papers, and it has a handful of drawers. I assume you guys are
yeah,
gonna
I
look
would,
for
I
something
would
specific.
bolt for the desk immediately and start looking at the papers.
I would be looking underneath the bed and in the closet.
I'd be looking at the kitchen.
You want fish?
I don't know what I'll find, but it seems
Even
promising.
dinner.
So
We
I'll
do
start with
need food for our base.
Kiki, as you open up the fridge, you see an old thing of takeout, a couple of beers, some ketchup, some mustard, and a pitcher of water, and that's it. There's no vegetables. There's hardly anything. There's not enough stuff to even make a meal.
Oh, I'll take the beers. I mean, no sense in wasting beer.
Sure. Add yourself some 2 beers.
Right.
For those who are investigating the desk, that's the two of you, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
He
Eric
said
and Manuela?
like the bed.
I was looking at the bed, under the bed, and the closet, and also while I'm doing this, I'm wearing gloves.
Okay.
Mhm.
Looking underneath the bed, you don't really find much at all. You find an old suitcase, and inside the suitcase seems to have like some old photos, but nothing that quite pertains to anything relevant. Just seems to be mementos more than anything. An old pair of shoes or some clothing that's scattered around. In the bedroom, there's actually also not a whole lot of clothing. A lot of the stuff that this man kept was apparently very simple. He lived a rather plain life. In the closet, however, you find a box with documents. And this ranges from everything from the lease of the apartment to a contract. A contract that seems to have a strange has a symbol that you've never seen before, a symbol of 3 dots in the shape of a triangle. And in the center it says the foundation.
Not the bureau, the foundation.
The foundation.
Okay.
The contract seems to lay out all the legal details on the release of money with the exchange of finding an individual. And this individual is most definitely, you recognize the name of Diaz Anacardo. It even has the artist in parentheses.
Really?
No.
That would
But you
be
do
fun.
notice a photo, and there does seem to be extensive description of this person, even some of this person's quirks, and a couple of photos in this document pertaining to some of the symbols that Diaz had drawn. It kind of look like evidence photographs. And aside from that, the most that you can get from this is that it doesn't go into detail as to why, but apparently Diaz is well sought after by a group called the Foundation.
There is any more information about the foundation?
Nope. All of the information seems to pertain about Diaz and this contract.
I'd like to
I'm
check
good.
for fridge magnets.
You don't find any.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna take the box and bring it with us.
Eric,
Yes.
in searching the desk, you find what appears to be a couple of memos and some post-its, as well as some documents, and a couple of photographs. These ones look more recent. There also happens to be a camera that's just sitting on the corner. And these photographs are it's the old school, whatchamacallit, those...
Polaroid?
Yes, thank you. So Polaroid photographs, and they appear to be of the symbols that were drawn around your guys' place.
Okay.
And there's a document that says, that was reading, and as you read it, it seems to talk about an individual called Dirty Dan. It appears to be, as far as you can tell, homeless person.
What? A homeless person.
That's the most that you can get from the document. It talks about Dirty Dan and having found him in the area where a lot of the other homeless people live. There's a small account relating to his smell that, while dealing with them, with Dirty Dan, does tend to offend the nose. He and his group are very good at getting information. After all, they hardly have much else to do.
Okay. So he basically has on his desk photos of our of like near our home base of the sigils and information
Mhm.
about Dirty Dan, which is like information collecting.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, it appears that he had gotten the information about these sigils, or that their existence, by a fellow named Dirty Dan. And from the accounts and from his description, it appears that Dirty Dan is best described as a homeless person.
Okay. What about?
And that Dirty Dan has a group of people.
Oh, okay. What about the desks of the drawers of the desk? Can I open them and find anything interesting?
As you open, you don't really find anything interesting, more just a bunch of papers. And dear Lord, that's fucking terrifying. What are you fighting?
What?
What?
He's talking about his girlfriend.
Yes,
Oh.
she's playing Tears of the Kingdom behind me. It's very distracting, and she's fighting this weird fucking frozen skeleton thing. It's terrifying. Holy shit.
A frozen skeleton.
I have
Anyway,
not
that
met
doesn't
any
matter.
frozen skeleton.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Back on track. So, in the desks, like I mentioned, there's mostly just a bunch of copy paper. There's some pens and writing implements and stationery, but aside from that, there doesn't seem to be anything more. At least nothing relevant.
Huh.
I'd like to look for a notepad with a pencil next to it. You know, classic people like writing stuff on notepads.
Mhm.
Is there one of those?
Yep.
And does it look fresh, or does it look as it's been used recently?
It looks like it's been used recently.
Okay, I want to do the thing they do in the movies where they
I know
take
exactly
the
what you're talking
pencil
about.
and they just like lightly brush the surface of the first page to see what What's the latest thing that's been written because
like
of the pressure?
the indents. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like
So
to
you
try
when
and
you
do
do
that.
that, a phone number appears.
What's the phone number?
I mean,
Well, you don't
you
have
can
to.
you can note down the phone number if you want,
Oh, okay. It's
but
gonna
I'm
be
not actually going to give you a phone number.
555-7890. There you
Everything.
go. Guys, I
But
found the
it's
phone.
not in the right area code for Ottawa.
I don't know Ottawa's area code. Don't look at me like that.
That's for our one viewer.
Oh, you assume we
The
have
one viewer.
viewers?
Yes.
Ottawa
Phil.
area code 613. So it's gonna be 613
I'm calling you out, Phil.
555-7890.
I don't know if Phil is listening to this series.
I'm still calling you out, Phil.
Okay.
So, so yeah, you do manage to get a phone number.
All right. I will take the little notepad and grab it. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the guys. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Plus, I
gonna.
found a phone number.
I found how he's getting information about the sigils.
I
Oh,
found his contract.
Interesting. Who wants to go first?
I mean, we could try and call that number to see what it is.
We should probably see if any Google search would result in something about the number first before just calling it.
The fuck was
Okay,
that?
I believe I knew
Oh.
it. I fucking called it.
What?
It's a Felipe.
You texted him, didn't you? Someone texted him.
What?
No.
No, I just had a feeling. No,
Yeah, bullshit.
I got told.
What the fuck are you doing
Of course
here?
of course you got told. Hi, how's it going?
I'm doing good, and you?
The,
And you
my
guys, to be
man
fair.
heard me calling out to him through the video. He didn't even watch it yet.
What? We were talking about you like 2 minutes ago for no good reason. Anyways,
All right, I leave you guys playing. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Great.
All right.
Are you good for chalet?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
back to
Yeah.
business.
Later.
Weird.
So Kiki, do you give the number a call?
I don't have a phone.
I
What an
would.
interesting dilemma. I wonder how you can solve this.
I would give
Did-
like a
did- didn't-
Google search of the phone number, see if it turns a result first.
Wait, but didn't I get you guys burner phones?
Not me.
I believe really early on, yes.
Yeah. I got everyone a burner phone.
Okay,
Wait,
honestly, I
really?
don't remember that.
Gave me a burner phone? I don't remember that either. But I'll take it. If I have a burner phone, that's
Okay,
cool.
Sure, that's cool. I would still advise to do what I said first.
Which is
Give like a Google search or a internet search of the phone number, see if it yields a result. Sometimes it does.
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys won't be able to do that with the burner phone.
No,
Yeah, that's what I was
I can do that on my phone.
okay, go ahead.
Well, I do.
And I give you the number.
Well, I do just that right now.
Alright.
You're gonna look it up? It
See,
appears to be a pizzeria.
a pizza. That's a pizzeria. One that's nearby, I assume.
Yep.
There's just a nearby pizzeria.
Oh.
So either he ordered food not too long ago, or there is a contact of his there. One of the two.
Or both.
Could be both. Yes. If you call there, I'm not sure we're gonna get anything of value for investigation right now.
Hmm. Let me try something. And I'm gonna call the number on my burner phone.
Okay. It rings for a bit. And then it answers. Papa Pepe's People's Pizza. Power to the pizza and the people.
I'm gonna Hi. This is Gom from and I'm gonna give the address.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very sick today, and I could go for something tasty. Do you have my usual?
Yep.
All right. How much is it gonna be again?
Really? You forgot?
Like I said, I'm really sick. My mind's blurry, man.
$32.99.
$2.99. All right, sounds good. I'm gonna look at I'm gonna look at Mystic's character and like doing the money sign. Like yes, no.
I just do him a head shaker for no.
Fuck. I just realized I forgot to take out some money. Can I come in person? Uh,
Um,
I, I
we've never met you.
no, I know, it's fine. I mean, I can't get out because I'm too sick. I'm gonna be sending my friends.
Oh,
Is
okay.
that okay?
Yeah, that works. Sure.
All right, perfect.
Are they
I'll
gonna
take
have a
out some money on the
passcode
way.
like last time?
Oh, fuck, man! I told you I'm fucking blurry. What's the passcode again?
Well, I don't know. You usually set it up.
All right, the passcode is gonna be pepperoni.
Twice in a row. That's surprising. Okay, my click.
Oh, it yielded something. There's a passcode.
What?
Yeah, apparently he uses the passcode pepperoni, which is not very original because I came up with it also. He said it was the same passcode last time.
So I think you probably misunderstood,
Oh, did I?
but it appears that when you had said that, it's not the first time that GOM has sent somebody else to
Yeah, that's
pick up
what
Yeah.
I was
something,
thinking.
Yeah, and it's not the
I
first
had
time he used pepperoni as a passcode.
for
That's
the
not the
person who was picking it up.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not the important one. The important one is not the first time that Gon sends someone to pick up,
Yeah.
which is
Oh
interesting.
shit.
Yeah, which means he has
He's not alone.
He's not
no,
alone.
he's not alone.
Looking at the clothes and everything, does it feels like it's two different size people?
Nope.
Does it feel like a second person could live here because there's only one bed, right?
There's only one bed, and
Uh,
it's not very big.
It's not very big. Does it feel like somebody could live on the sofa?
Nope.
Oh.
I mean,
Look at
maybe, but
look
it's
at
not going to be
Alan.
glorious.
At that point, I'm gonna look at Alan. I'm gonna tell him, "Can you sniff the bed? See if you catch a scent."
I don't think I am a dog.
Yes.
Well, you're half creature, no? Don't you have like some heightened sense or something?
Man, I wish. No, I don't.
Maybe he has an assistant that doesn't live here. If that's the
Maybe.
case, then we might be on
Or
a time limit.
maybe it's that guy you guys told us about, right? The homeless guy?
Yeah, I was about to mention that he has a Dirty Dan person.
Yeah, maybe it's Dirty Dan. He
You wanna
usually
go
goes and
see
picks it
him?
up. Or Dirty Dan?
Is there enough indication on the paper for me to be able to find Dirty Dan?
Smelly guy.
You're not sure.
Yeah, I'm not okay. I'm not sure we can find him just with that.
The info that you do have, so you have an idea of roughly where, but to find Dirty Dan exactly, no. So you have a location, but not like anything pinpoint.
Yeah, we might be stumbling about in the dark if we just go looking for him that way. What did you find, by the way? You said contract, Manolo?
Yes, found some paper here in the box, and it's related to a contract with not the bureau, the foundation.
I raise an eyebrow. Now, do you think that's a code name for the bureau, or is that just a
Could
completely
be.
different entity?
Could be just an alias. Could be like a sister branch. I don't know. But obviously, he's been employed by some higher group, so
Okay. Do you know if he has previous contracts of different jobs? Has he been hired multiple times by the foundation?
can I look back in the box and try and find if there was other ones?
Sure. This appears to be the first time,
This seems to be the first time.
but at the same time, there's only one contract, and there's not a lot of documents.
Seems like it's more per contract per work he does about.
So we don't have a solid clue about that. Aww. I don't like this.
If the phone wasn't destroyed by a deep sea creature, and then I look at that one, could have had more information.
Honestly, if we hadn't killed him, we could have just thrown him off our scent in some way or another. Fudge. I just start massaging my head. All right.
All right, let's leave here and
Yeah, let's go. Do you think the pizzeria itself is important, or is it? Are we good and satisfied with the fact that we just learned that someone else was working here?
I would say Alan goes get the pizza. I want to try and look for that dirty Dan.
Yeah, we should start investigating that. What the hell are we gonna come up as an excuse? Are we just looking for information?
Yeah,
We don't know Gom. We're not affiliated with him.
just want to know what kind of. Well, we can try and see what kind of information he has. If he's
Oh,
got any information on
We
the
can
occult,
pretend we're investigating Gom.
that would be weird. PI looking at a PI.
I mean, we can wait for at least a day to pass, come back tomorrow, and then say that we're a PI investigating Gom since he seems to have disappeared.
Good, we could.
Good
Let's
idea.
go to the pizzeria then. It's
Next question that's pretty important. The contract you found, do we leave that here? Because it's pretty obvious that someone broke and entered. If he
Wow.
has an assistant or somebody else who works with him, they're gonna come back eventually. How the fuck do we cover up our destructive entry? Do we just ransack the entire place? Make it seem like nothing. We weren't looking for anything specific. We were just here to loot.
Good. So the box I have in my hands, I just lift all the papers in the air.
Yeah, so we scattered the paper to make it seem it's not what we were looking for.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
Should
my
we take
knife.
pictures of the contract beforehand?
We can take pictures of it on our burner phones.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take my knife, open les oreillers, ouvrir le matelas.
See if we're looking for secret cash sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna like loot the fridge of whatever condiments there is.
Well, I already stole the beers, so.
Okay, yeah. So if there's anything like cutlery, we'll start taking some of that also. Just
And
make
by
it
the
seem
way-
like yeah.
Don't forget, DM, I'm wearing gloves.
You are indeed wearing gloves.
I also always have gloves basically.
I mean, I always have gloves not to show my claws, so.
Okay, we're good.
You get fish hands. I'm
I
sure
do
you don't have any
also.
more of your digital prints, anyways.
Yeah, there is that too.
Always being moist.
I'm always moist.
All right, so just essentially ransack the place.
Are you doing your best not to make noise?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
We don't want to draw more attention than this place, to this place than the world we got earlier.
Cool. So you've managed to ransack the place. Stuff is literally everywhere, the little of it that it is. Consequently, there seems to be a lot of blank pages on the floor after you've taken a huge stack of copy paper and flung it, as well as the documents.
Okay.
What now?
Out of curiosity, is there something that we can use that would produce a flame here? Like a little one? A lighter or something? Wait, Gum smoked. Does he have a lighter?
He does, but that was probably on his person more than
We
anything,
wouldn't have one extra here.
unless you guys have one.
I would not innately. What I was thinking is maybe he has some on some of his paper like invisible ink with the like lemon juice trick.
And here I thought you were about to commit arson.
No,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
I
too.
thought legitimately that you were going to commit arson.
no.
I
With
was like,
A
wait,
bloc appart with,
Al-
8 fucking apartments.
Alex veut faire un feu, genre, j'étais comme, what the fuck?
No, what I was thinking, I wouldn't. I would. I think I had an idea how to start a destructive fire. What I was looking for is a small flame.
Small
Just
flame
need
is all
heat.
it takes for a destructive fire.
For the invisible ink, you
Yeah.
only need heat, so you can put it on top of the oven.
Oh, we can try that. See, I would take some random sample pages that were not far from the contract, and like see if I can heat it up with the oven.
Luckily the oven is, I'm going to regret saying this, is a gas oven.
I will
Ugh.
not cause arson. I promise.
And as you go and you put a couple of the blank sheets in front, some of the other pages, nothing special happens.
Okay. Throw the sheets of paper back where they took them. Nope. Just thinking too deep for how he was going. Nothing special hidden. Right. So we good to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
It's going to depend on the others more than anything.
The quicker we leave, the more confident I feel about not stumbling upon whoever else works with him.
Oh, there's one more thing I want to check.
Okay.
I want to check inside the top of the bathroom, the top of the toilet,
Okay.
the tank.
Yep.
Because I know it's a common place for hiding things in movies, anyway.
You don't find anything hidden there.
All right. That was and in the pharmacy cabinet. Anything
You don't
interesting?
find anything interesting now. Just regular aspirin. Dude's
Take it.
apparently boring.
Take it. Take the
Alright.
aspirin. Who knows when we'll need it?
That's true. You know, we gotta stock up. I'll take the aspirin.
Cool. So you take the aspirin.
Does it really help with the pain, or is it just to make blood thinner?
It helps with the pain.
Oh, okay. I never took
I believe
aspirin.
the blood thinning happens to be a
Side effect.
yes.
I'm asking because I never took aspirin. I usually take Advil and Tylenol. Did you know that
If
that
you've
they
taken if you've taken Advil or Tylenol, you've had aspirin.
oh, they put aspirin in there?
If I remember correctly, aspirin.
Anyway, we have aspirin.
Oh, interesting. It might not be the same as the others then.
If I remember, it's
It's
different.
salicylic acid.
Yeah.
I do think that might be different from Advil.
Tylenol
Advil, I
is
believe-
acetaminophen, and
Acetaminophen, yes.
Advil
And
is ibuprofen.
ibuprofen. Yeah, okay, so it is different. Would you look at that?
The more you know.
I know I've been getting into arguments with someone that it's dangerous to mix Advil and Tylenol, and I told them no, it's not.
No,
I've
it's
checked
not.
online,
My
and
doctor has told me to mix both.
yeah, like if you have a strong fever, if you mix them, it's going to be more effective. You
Yeah.
just have to not make a habit of it, or you might, get a resistance. But they just came out with a type of Advil. I saw the ad on TV. It's an Advil with acetaminophen in it, so it's
That's exactly
pre-combined.
that.
So I'm like, see, told you.
Cool.
Anyway, sidetrack. Now we have
So-
aspirin.
Yeah, that's been there.
Are we going to use it this campaign? Maybe not.
Probably not.
As a precursor drug to make methamphetamine,
Oh, let's make some meth.
a cult of meth.
Could
Oh,
you
God.
Cool. So
The aspect of desire is going to be after us.
imagine?
the aspect of desire is going to worship you instead of you worshiping it. So you've trashed the apartment.
Yes.
What now?
I look at the others. Head out. Don't speak all at once.
Yeah, serious. Holy
Yes.
shit.
Yes. Yes. Let's go.
All right, finally. Jesus. Okay, cool. I assume Shima, who's hopefully not muted at the moment.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Cool. I assume Manuela was following with the rest,
Yes.
and you guys start leaving. As you get to the bottom of the staircase, someone catches your eye when they walk in. It appears to be a young girl. She looks kind of sickly. In fact, one of her eyes looks kind of diseased.
Ew. How so?
And
I
so
see her and I'm like, hey, Stacy.
you guys don't know her name yet.
I was going to
It's
ask.
just
Do
a
you
fucking
actually
side
know?
effect.
I'm kidding.
You have no idea of the name, but it saves me having to make a handout and then a character.
You can
So
change
deal
the
with
name
it.
of a character.
Sure,
You
I'll
can
do
like
that next time.
yeah, you can name her question marks, a bunch of them, and then once the name is revealed, you just edit it quickly to the real name.
Great, her name's no longer Stacy now. It's now question marks.
See, that was hard.
That was incredibly hard. And then I show it to you again for good measure. Cool. So she glances at the lot of you.
I ignore her and keep proceeding towards the outside.
I
And-
look at her, but I keep walking, but I look at her. A little bit like with the Latino attitude, like, ¿me está mirando, puta?
Mhm. She seems unfazed and seems to be staring at you guys. And then she stares at Alan. And as you guys walk out of the apartment and start walking, she seems to follow for a bit. And she calls out, she says, "Hey, you." And she's pointing at Alan.
Yo, what's up? Do I know you?
No. And she just continues staring for a bit. You have the smell of
Picture-
death upon you.
Smell of death.
And she turns around and leaves.
Yeah, well,
she's-
you got the smell of shit upon you.
As she's leaving, I'm like, wait, what's your name?
She stops for a bit. Does it matter?
Well, you just said that my friend here smells like death. What's your name?
She stays silent for a bit, as if pondering. And then she looks at you for a bit. And she says, "You have blood on your hands."
I go closer to her to look really close to her diseased eye. And I want to glimpse of true sight her.
You glimpse of true sight.
Yep.
Give me a minute.
Esta puta.
He looks at you curiously, and
For after I'm done doing it, I'm like, did he send you?
who?
You know.
Who are you talking about?
At this point,
Who
I would
sent me?
walk up and I start being interested in conversation.
Is he looking out for his interest?
He always looks out for his interests.
I
But he's kind.
like put my hand out for her, like to say like hi, and I'm telling her Manuelo, but I guess you already know.
She shakes your hand, and she says, "No, I didn't know. Ramona."
Ramona.
And I'll have you know, he's very kind, and he buys pizza.
Puta madre.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
He stares for a bit and says, "I'm gonna go now." And she points at the door.
I'm like, sure. See you later. And I start walking away fast. Like, genre, je marche à un pas accéléré vers la voiture.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to keep up on it. What was that all about?
Once inside the car, I'm gonna tell them I think it's the assistant, but she's connected to the occult. I glimpsed through sight her, and I got a vision of the end.
Of the end?
Yeah. At first, I thought she was sent by him, but then when I said like, oh, he's looking out for his interest, she said yes. He buys pizza.
Oh no. Yeah, I heard that. And I immediately thought, oh, it's...
So she works with, well, worked with Gom?
I think so.
Oh,
Look to
She's
be a
seen us.
teenager, by the way.
She's seen us also. Should we do something about her?
well, on one hand, she's not fully human, I gather. On the other hand, I don't know about killing a kid. I'm a little less okay with that.
Why do we always have to kill?
I didn't say
Exactly.
I didn't say
maybe
kill.
That's not. I said not. That's what I said. I said not.
maybe we can try to recruit.
You want to recruit her after we got her? After I got her friend killed?
Well, one, she doesn't know that.
She doesn't
Two-
know any of that, but she might suspect something considering she's probably in the apartment of Gom now.
Or two, she might have been used by him. Or the opposite.
Shima, chat.
Oh. Um.
Is that you allowing a GM intrusion for an experience?
Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna say. Wait. So it's if I take the XP, you intrude, but if I don't, you don't intrude.
If you don't, I don't intrude. Exactly.
Okay. So intrude. So I get the XP, right?
Yep.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh yes, but oh no.
A strange feeling comes over all of you, and then you hear knocking on the door. of the car.
Is it?
Ramona is right outside. She knocks again, more insistent.
She's on my side, or
Yep.
I'm going to unlock the door, open it, and come out of the car.
You get out, and she's watching you. And she says, "What happened?"
I don't know. We tried to find more information about him. He was following us. I guess you already knew that.
I saw the state of his apartment. You guys are strange.
We
And he
needed
has
to.
the scent of death. And you have blood on your hands. But I know it's
Well,
not his.
I'm going to like open the window of the car. Do you both want to get inside so we can talk about this privately?
He looks around, says, "Sure, why not?"
I opened the back door so that she sits down next to Alan.
She positions herself at the shotgun. And she says, "No, this one."
Okay, fine. And I'm gonna put myself behind her.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back in, put in my seatbelt, make sure she has her seatbelt.
She buckles in.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna drive back to our hideout, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just be riding around for us to talk.
So she says, "Where is he?"
What's your connection to him?
It's a good question. Caregiver?
You do look young. Has he taken you
He-
in?
Some think that he takes care of me because I used to be homeless and on all sorts of stuff. But really, take care of him. But something has clearly happened. So, where is he?
I look at Alan through the rearview mirror.
I look terrified. Like you can see in my eyes, I'm like shit.
I look at Erik, and I'm making a sign of like yes or no.
I. You see me carefully start considering the options right now. And after what seems to be like almost an eternity, even though it was probably closer to a minute, I just give you the sign of yes.
So short, long story short, he's dead.
She doesn't look surprised or shocked. She doesn't look sad. She doesn't look happy. She seems to have no different emotion. Continue.
It wasn't personal.
It
She
wasn't even
cocks her head a little bit.
It wasn't even the desired outcome.
She turns around. Then she looks at Alan. Says, "Is that why you smell just faintly of death?" It wasn't you,
No,
but you had a hand in it.
we tried to protect ourselves. I tried to protect us. And unfortunately, your friend got too close. and let's just say our bodyguard did his job a little too much, too well, I'd like to say.
And so Gom paid the price.
That's one way to put it.
I have a
Seems
question.
to think for a bit.
It's
I have a
not the ideal solution, but it's what happened.
I have a question for you.
She seems
I'd-
lost in thought, but you're not sure if she's listening or not.
How do you know all those things? You know, knowing the blood that I have on my hands, but are not his. Him knowing of death. Is that your eye giving this?
She
Still?
looks up for a moment and looks at you straight. And she says, I died.
That's an
But I
yellow.
suppose it could be maybe part of the eye.
You died. You don't seem dead to us here.
I was brought back.
So we're a zombie.
No, my heart beats.
Who brought you back?
Well, Gom did.
Gone?
He found me when I was dead, and he brought me back and resuscitated me. I was outside and I was cold. I died that night. I was having an overdose.
And since then, I guess you started getting familiar with the supernatural and the occult.
And then I started figuring out things. Realized that I could sort of have this sense of things. Generally, would be on whether or not someone was close to death or blood. A knack. And, well, Gom saved my life, so I vowed to protect his to the best of my ability and help him out. I helped him
And-
find a lot of people.
Did he knew about your powers? Or
I don't think he believed it. I think he chalked it up to
Detective's instinct or something.
yeah.
Okay, what now?
I have
He ponders for a bit.
I think that's the most important question we have for you at this point. What are you going to do now? What's your goal objective?
I'm going to continue living my life. I suggest you do the same.
course,
We're planning on that.
but I actually had an opportunity for you.
Yeah, I was thinking just that.
Seems intrigued.
So we've been researching a lot about the supernatural and the occult. And if you want to learn more about your powers, probably work on them. We can always figure out a couple of stuff with you if you want to join us.
I realize it's pretty insensitive to get invited to start working with whoever's responsible for, well, the death of whoever saved you. I don't know if there's anything we can do to make up for that.
That's what I'm saying.
But
It's like I feel like we've just ripped you off of a specific life. So I'm offering you a new one.
She chuckles. She chuckles for a bit and says, it's funny, when you word it like that, it doesn't sound so bad, as if you didn't kill a friend of mine. Then again, it's not directly any of you three. Color me intrigued. Why not? Maybe I'll learn something.
I mean, if you want to put the blame on someone, you're more than welcome to put the blame on me. I'm the one who summoned the creature that got your friend killed. It was to protect us, but it did end up getting your friend killed. So
She's looking at you,
I do
Alan,
apologize for that.
and she has sort of like a blank poker face. You can't quite tell what kind of emotion. And she says, I don't blame you.
Okay.
How do you feel about this?
About what?
About the death of Gom? Like, what emotion do you have? Are you sad, frustrated?
She looks at you and she says, very little. Part sadness, part relief.
Relief?
I don't need to worry about him anymore, now do I?
Was he that much of a burden?
He got into trouble more often than he should.
Hmm. Alright. Can we trouble you with a few questions about Gom?
Sure.
Do you know anything about the contract he was on at this very moment?
Not a huge amount, just that the patron was very secretive.
And at that point, I'm going to say the Foundation.
Yes. Them, whoever they are.
Was it the first time he was working with them?
Yes. And on hearing it, it struck bells with me, and I told him not to do it. I don't know why. It was just a reaction, but he did it anyway. Said apparently they promised him something.
Interesting. Do you know if he relayed any information to the Foundation about his investigation so far?
Not that I know of.
Not that- That's a very
Dom
big
didn't
relief.
always talk with me about his investigations too much, because he knew that I was likely to show up and help out, regardless if he didn't want me there.
All right. I might have overestimated how much he included you into all of this. I'm sorry. Bit of an interesting situations we're in. By the way, does it feel like so to the GM, does it feel to me like she's being honest all this time?
You have no idea.
I have no, not even a dice roll. Okay, sure. I have no idea. Okay, is there anywhere we can drop you off?
Well, yes, you said you gave me an offer. I want to see what it's about.
We could start by getting that pizza.
So since it's going to be the first time you're going to coming over, would you mind that we
Would you mind what?
Being blindfolded.
blindfold you?
Oh, that's fine.
Blindfolded.
And then she turns to Alan and her demeanor completely changes. You got pizza?
I mean, we did kind of order one.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. His from where? Is it Papa Pepe's people pizza?
Yeah, the one with the alliteration.
Or is it pizza and the people?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that place.
And Eric said he was kind enough that he was going to pay for it, right, Eric?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a U-turn to go to the pizza place.
So you stopped by and you managed to pick up the pizza.
Passcode was pepperoni.
Yes.
That's good was pepperoni. And upon hearing you state that passcode,
We know.
Ramona looks strangely at you guys, then thinks nothing of it when the pizza shows up. Oh, and it's even Gom's favorite usual. Really, it's not Gom's, it's mine. I'm the one who suggested we put bacon on vegetarian pizza.
Oh, how devious of you. I can't believe you do that. I'm being a little, like, sassy, snarky with that remark.
She ignores it. She takes the pizza and she goes back to the car.
I look at
Was-
Manuelo.
I go at my trunk, pull out like cloth that's like thick enough, large enough for to be used as a blindfold.
Okay.
Give it to Alan. I'm like, yeah, blindfold her whenever you get whenever we get.
Oh, you're cutting out.
Yeah.
No, I'm not finishing my sentences.
Ah, okay. Well,
He's
you are
choking on
cutting
his
out,
own
but you're doing it on
dick.
purpose.
Yeah, I'm just giving it to Alan and telling him to blindfold her, and going in the car to drive back to the place.
She seems willing. There's no resistance.
So we drive back, and as we drive back, I would like to look around for the car of Gons, since he got too close to our place. Obviously, he used his fucking car to get here. Didn't
No, he tends to walk and use
he? He
public
walks.
transit more than
Okay,
anything.
thank God.
Interesting. Okay.
Leaves
Because I
less of a
just thought
trace.
about it.
So, Ramona, and I'm saying that as we're like on our way
Driving.
to on our way to driving. Out of sheer curiosity, honest answer, please. Do you have any other supernatural way or sense of figuring out where we're going, even though you're blindfolded?
No, but it's never really mattered. I don't generally need to know where I am.
Interesting. Okay.
What's going to happen? I'm going to die again.
Mm, ideally, we'd like to not have more blood than necessary on our hands, so no.
Oh, Kiki is out of the roll 20.
What? No, I'm not.
I don't see you anymore. Chris is right.
Yeah, you're not in roll 20 anymore.
God,
Something might have happened to your
refresh.
browser, and you're like,
You might want to reconnect.
or get
There
out
you
and
are.
come back at this point, because
Yeah,
reconnecting
just
is
refreshed.
okay. Hello.
Hello.
So you asked about whether or not she has a supernatural way to.
Yeah, any sense that she has that we don't know, and I'm banking on her to be honest, because I can't read her.
Because I'm always honest. And no, I don't need to know where I am. It rarely ever matters. And if I die, I think I know where I'm going.
That's not ominous at all. All right. I have nothing else to add, so
Cool. So you guys managed to pull up and you arrive at the hideout. Ramona's blindfolded for the entirety of the experience.
I'd like to go first
Okay.
because I want to give a heads up to Tony, not to rip her to shreds.
No problem. And so you guys arrive with Ramona in tow.
that's not a disturbing face at all.
Not at all. It
Thank
is
you,
rather
Chris.
large, unfortunately.
It's okay. The NPCs don't need to be like nicely proportioned or anything.
Do you guys remove the
she-
blindfold?
Once she's down the ladder,
Yeah, I would help her down, make sure that she doesn't like hurt herself or miss a bar or anything.
Okay. Do you guys succeed?
Thank God you didn't make us roll for that. And then I would remove her blindfold at this point.
How quaint. She says as she looks around. A rather nice place. Cool. Must be nice in the summer.
We just got in here, basically. It's barely been a week. For most of us, at least, and I look at Alan.
Oh yeah, this is my old place. I used to live here.
Well, you still live here. You don't need to say used to.
I mean, I used to live here with people like me, but they disappeared, and now we use it as our base.
They upped and vanished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And to make a story a bit more complete for you, we're kind of new into discovering all of this stuff about the occult and powers and whatnot. And, well, as we were setting up, Gon was unfortunately just getting a little too close and just triggered some defense mechanism.
A defense mechanism, eh?
Defense cannibalism.
That's a different way
Defense
of putting it.
cannibalism. Around this time, you've got Tony that shows up.
Oh, Tony, let me stop you right there. We got a new friend, and that means no hurting.
As he gets up and he looks, and he gets closer. A new friend.
As he's getting closer, yeah, I'm going in between.
I'm also here.
Who's this friend?
Somebody that you don't touch and is none of your concern.
She looks like another meat sack.
Everything looks like a meat sack.
Everything is. But if she's under the protection,
It's definitely under the protection.
he starts to crawl back into the sewer water. And Ramona at this moment sees Tony. Says, "Oh, you're the one." And Tony stops for a bit, looks around, looks at her, kind of puzzled. And she says, "He's got death all around him." And she's just pointing at him innocently. "He did it, didn't he?" And
Yes.
she's looking at you, Alan.
Yes. Yes, he's the one who did it.
Huh. You see her pull out a small doll. And it looks like it's made of hair. But like really dry, brittle hair. And she says, "I have a gift." And she holds it up towards Tony.
At
And-
that point, I'm going to put my hand on the doll.
Yeah. As you start to reach, give me a speed. It's not fast enough. With a flick of her thumb, the doll's head cracks, and she mutters something. And in each of your heads, you hear, "Kill." And Tony falls to the ground.
Mm,
Man, these things never last long, do they?
She walks up and says, "Oh, you can always bring another one, I'm sure. Consider it a price. A life for a life. No?"
Correct.
I
She
mean,
looks,
I didn't
she
know the
says-
guy, and he was kind of an asshole, so. Well, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it.
"Do you have a knife?"
Why do you need a knife?
"Well, I'm going to get Gom out."
What?
Gom.
What do you mean you're gonna get him out?
Well,
He's
and she
dead.
points at Tony. Yeah, Gom's dead, but some of him's still in there.
What do you plan to do with his remains?
Keep it?
Keep it.
Yeah.
Part of me was afraid you were going to attempt some form of resurrection, which would have been extremely freaky.
I'm going next to her, give her my knife, and I'm gonna try and help her to open up Tony.
So, with a swift move, she goes and plunges the knife into Tony. Tears it open in one quick swipe.
Wow.
Hands the knife back to you, full of blood. And she reaches in without any look of disgust or anything. And she pulls out a heart. And then she pulls out what seems to be half a human skull.
I'm
She says,
a
there
little
we go.
disgusted by all of that.
Blood dripping from her hands. And she's like, yeah, this'll do.
Okay.
Okay, is that just going to be a memento to you?
No.
No? Can I ask what plans you have?
Well, I'm gonna bring Gom back.
You're gonna bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you know about
I have a million questions.
How much
Yeah,
do I
how-
know about death?
Have you ever brought someone back, first and foremost?
A cat. That was fun.
Oh, I'm sure it was. Was the cat, like, okay? Did it seem
Well,
perfectly fine and normal after you brought it back?
I don't think anything that crosses the bridge comes back fine.
Okay, and do you really intend for Gon to come back in a way that would be not him?
Oh, it's gonna be him. Why wouldn't it be him?
Do you think he might be different? He might be suffering the way he came back? Do you think that would be how he wished to be?
Thinks for a moment. She glances at you again. And you hear Grash in the background saying, well, this is a new one. And by the way, you can glimpse.
Hmm?
And
By the
then
way, what?
she can glimpse.
Yes.
Yeah, we figured that.
And Ramona just glances to Garash. And then back to you. And she says, I don't think you have enough to know about bringing somebody back or how it feels.
You'd be 100% correct. I'm just assuming here.
Well, if he suffers, I'll gladly let him go.
you want to, you can do that.
I was just afraid that things were being acted recklessly here.
This is a safe place to do the occult. If you want to, you can do it in this building, and I point her to this big one. But there's a rule here. You never do it alone. Things can go always bad.
I've done this before. But sure, you can assist if you'd like.
While you
I-
guys do that, I'm gonna clean up after Tony. I'm sure.
I'm turning around. I'm like, try to keep some stuff from him since he's all about the deep. This way, you won't have to use any.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm gonna try to save as much as possible from him. I'm sure we have a lot of jars lying around in one of the buildings.
Yes.
I'm going to try to get as much blood from him, maybe his teeth, his claws, some skin, organs, everything I can. I'm going to try to
I was saying
scavenge.
more about like for you, if you want to like, take of some of his stuff.
Well, his stuff, his body.
Yeah, well, he's got gills. You don't have some. If you want them, you can take it, right?
Alan has gills.
I'm not sure that works like that. No, I don't have gills. I can
You
hold
don't
my
have
breath. I can hold my breath. I
You
can't.
don't have
breathe.
gills.
I cannot breathe underwater.
Wow.
That's one of his
That's what-
goals.
And here I thought you had
Yeah, that's one of my
gills.
goals.
Whoops. All right. Good to know.
I think it's like tier 6. I can breathe underwater or something. It's really,
Wow, that's
it's
so
really
far
far. For
looks
something
back.
so simple, it's really far.
She says, "This seems to be a decent spot."
No, it's best here.
All right, if you insist. But and she turns around. She says, "Wait, I need something." And she goes back to Tony. And you see her start to rip off what appears to be, as close as possible, the hair on Tony, or what would be related to, like the equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
So scales,
She
not hair.
tears some off. Yeah. Little like
Spiky
horn,
protrusions.
Yeah, the
spike.
spiky
Yeah, exactly. The
protrusions that
spiky
would be in the middle of them, yeah.
protrusions. So she breaks off a couple of those and yoinks them off. And then she takes the eyes. And says, "Okay, I can use this."
It's not ominous, but okay.
Yeah, she seems to know what she's doing.
Yes. I'm just very afraid of what the end result will be.
So
And she says, "In here?" And she points to.
yeah, inside, yeah.
Okay. She goes inside, and you see her starting to prepare what appears to be a circle.
I'm gonna give her some space, like a good 4 meters, and I'm gonna have my gun ready. Like I'm gonna hide it from her, but I'm gonna be wielding my gun and be ready for shooting guns or even shooting her.
She stops for a moment, and she says, "Oh, I seem to have... This doesn't seem to be the right stuff." She says, "Do you still have that knife?"
Yeah, I take out the knife, and, like let it fall down on the wood, so that it
Okay.
just
She crawls over and picks it up, takes a small gash from her hand, and she starts to pour her blood. And she's using it sort of like an ink and creating the rest of the circle.
I'm trying to make mental notes of what she's doing.
You notice that her blood seems to be way darker than it should be, and almost a little more viscous.
Can I true sight while she's doing
Sure.
that?
So go ahead and use the ability. It's going to be an intellect. Okay, you managed to maintain it pretty well, and it only takes one intellect from you, from the effort
Mm.
of opening it.
Oh, what the? That's 19. Fine.
The excuse me, burping.
You're forgiven.
As you're true sighting, or you notice that there's the aspect of death that's coming from mostly from one side of her face, and when you look at her, she looks half dead. And from the gash in her hand, there seems to be almost like a wispy mist that's coming off of it, almost like a spectral kind of wavy effect. It's kind of not quite a flame, but
Mhm.
as if like sort of like weird wispy webbings was undulating off of it.
Yeah.
And as she's going, she's just creating this circle. And you notice that as she's doing this circle, the circle is slowly starting to change color with your sight. following a lot of that wispy webbiness. The slightest hint of death going along in the circle. There is a portion of it that does seem to have a bit of the aspect of the deep, but very little, and longer that she goes drawing this, the more pronounced the effect. She completes the circle, and then she places the heart and the half skull in the center. And she seems to kneel in front of it, and she starts to chant, and she pulls out a coin. It's a simple regular coin. Nothing special of it. And she places it over the broken eye socket. She takes out another one and places it where the second one would be. And she continues to chant.
Coins for crossing the rivers of the Styx.
Yep.
And as she continues to chant, a sort of darkish gloom of a glow kind of flashes over a little bit, and it does so once, and everything kind of looks a little bit faded. And on the second go, coins are gone. You hear a bell, a distant bell. And she seems to be done. And she looks up and she says, "Won't be long now. It'll take longer because, well, there wasn't that much left. But he'll be back."
I walk closer to look at the head and the.
It seems to pulse a little bit.
Ugh.
So he's gonna regenerate.
Something like that. That's about as close as you can get as a description, really.
How how do you how did you learn?
I had a very good tutor.
Not Gons.
Oh, what?
Not Gons.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear what you said.
Not Gons. That's for sure.
Not Gom, no. Gom didn't teach me this. I learned
Teach-
this on the other side. It was a different man. But I learned this while I was dead.
How long were you dead?
It felt like a month. But apparently it was only for a couple of hours. I know. Doesn't make much sense, but hey, this doesn't. And she's pointing at the circle. Well, it does to me, but you know what I mean.
Sure. enough. So the circle you made is related to death. Is there any way to add that kind of aspect or on a glyph of ward?
On a glyph of ward.
Yeah, so I show her one of my glyph of ward.
I've never seen a circle like that before.
Hmm.
The only one I know is this one. She points down to the one that she made.
And this thing with the doll, it's also something you learned while you were dead.
I got it when I was dead. It was handed to me by my tutor. He said if ever I really needed to send him a friend, as he put it, that I had to just speak the word, break the neck. I had to gather and make the doll though. That was fun.
You teach me how to do that?
Mm. She thinks for a bit. No.
All right. I get up and I go out of the building. And I tell her, you can keep the knife.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
that was the kitchen knife I got from the. What was the name again? The fake clown.
The
What was
fake
it?
clown?
Fake clown?
Not fake clown.
Meredith Moon?
Yeah, Meredith Moon. Yeah.
So not so fake clown?
No, but what was the name of the clown that doesn't exist?
Clues?
The clown that
The
doesn't
floor
exist.
clown.
There's the honk
floor
brother.
clown.
Oh, the
The
floor
floor clown.
clown. That's what you meant by the clown that doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
I knew it was a F.
They don't
Floor clown.
exist.
Yeah, they don't
By the
exist.
way.
But if you meet one, run. Or
Yes.
pray.
Yep.
Pray is more accurate. But unfortunately, they don't exist.
Fortunately, they don't exist.
Alright, so during the time that all that would have happened, I would have basically just cleaned up the place best I could.
Okay.
Alan, next time we're in town, remind me that we should probably invest in cleaning supplies if we're gonna dirty this place.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Do you want to help me, for a lack of a better word, harvest Tony here? Or I get
Sure.
if you don't feel like it, you know?
I don't feel like it, but at the same time, if you
Could be
have
useful.
exactly what I was thinking. Okay.
Alright, drag him and
Mhm.
I mean, I'm gonna drag him like over here because that's where most of the shit is. You
Okay.
try to find as many like jars and stuff to put,
Preserve jars. Woo!
yeah, preserve jars. Try to
Mason
gather as much
jars.
material like deep one blood, deep one teeth, deep one claws,
Deep one deek.
deep one beak, deep one
Deep one
organs,
dick. Damn.
scales, anything I can find.
Any material, basically.
Yeah, anything I'm
But wait.
able to gather.
Wait, isn't he an amphibian? Doesn't it mean that he lays eggs?
Yeah, but I don't think deep ones reproduce. I would highly doubt it.
Okay.
Although I don't actually know. I have this huge book that I haven't read.
Once I see Manuelo coming out, I would just immediately question him. So, how did it go?
So I was able to ask her a couple of questions, and right now she's regenerating Gaunt's right now, and it's gonna take a while.
Okay.
The
Silly of me to think it would be an instant process.
yeah, the heart is pumping.
What?
It's weird. I know. She told me it was gonna take a while before he comes back. And this girl, when she died, she passed almost like a month, and I think she was trained by Death or someone related to Death.
Do you think it was our good friend Ors?
I don't know. Could be. That's how she learned all of those things. Well,
Okay.
the in between quotes resurrection spell, and this thing with her doll that just killed Tony
Yeah, can
right
she
off the bat.
redo that?
Hmm?
Can she just redo that at will?
I don't know. I asked her a little bit about that. She told me that's how she learned it. She was able to craft it, and I asked her to show me how to do it. She didn't want to. So
I'm just worried about our own little safety here.
She glances at you guys. She says, I have very, very good hearing. No, I can't do it again.
Okay.
I turn around and I say,
You say what? Your voice cut out.
"That's a nice booty," but
He said
whispering it.
tabarnak,
Okay.
Oh,
which we all know is Portuguese.
yes, of course.
Oh, by the way, meet Gom. And out shambles a corpse.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah,
I'm
that's
gone.
Gom glances in your direction.
Sorry again.
There's no response. Ramona says, he says he's not quite sure how to feel yet.
Okay.
And she takes the corpse by the hand and leads him into a corner.
Is that like the
this is
more?
the outcome I expected.
Is it the reverse of the expression "take life by the hand"?
Take death by the hand.
Well,
I'm gonna go towards her, and I'm gonna ask her, "Does he have any memories of what happened?"
She looks at Gom. All you hear is just the slightest exhalation of air. Just the faintest of whispers. And she looks at you and she says, yep, he still
it
has
like-
all his memories. He said
is
it
it
was
like-
very painful. And he's very happy that I told him what I did. And he's very happy. Let's have pizza.
is he like the mummy at the beginning of the movie, The Mummy? Like before he starts regenerating?
I ain't answering anything.
Dude, you're scaring me as fuck right now.
You know, visually, I'm saying.
I
Oh,
go back.
visually? You'd have to send me a picture, but probably. It does look like a desiccated corpse. Yes.
Okay. Does it feel like it's still regenerating to get into a better state, or is that how it's going to stay?
You're not sure?
God damn it.
I'm grabbing the pizza, and I'm going back to her, and I'm gonna give it to her, and I'm gonna ask
And
her.
she claps her hands, jumps up a little bit and down in like a little fit of some strange
Very
fit of
strange.
energy. And she reaches out for the pizza, and you see her return a bit to that sort of cold demeanor that she has before.
I'm gonna ask her: Is he gonna stay like that, or is he gonna get more alive?
Who's going to stay like this? Meanwhile, you've got Diaz who goes up to Alan and says, are they going to stay?
Kiki?
For me?
Yes, it
he's
was
talking
Diaz
to
who's
you.
talking to you.
Oh, I
Are
didn't see that
they
he was next to me. Yeah.
going to stay?
For now, is that why are they bothering you?
I mean, how do we know that thing's not going to, like, go all zombie movie on her ass?
I mean, you know, I'll defend you. Don't worry.
Um,
You'll be fine.
I got a little question for the
Little question for the DM.
Yep.
I had last session. I learned about the right of the open palm. I think.
Yep.
Is there a reason why it's not in the Excel sheet?
Absolutely, yes.
The reason is the GM forgot.
Absolutely. If you remember, I did state something at the complete beginning of the session before Alex was recording, and it was I had a list of things that I did that I was supposed to do, and I did not do them, but we're going to play anyway. Among
Okay.
that list is
There we
add
go.
right of open palm to Excel.
Okay.
Oh God, that clip Kiki just put.
The language of the slaves.
So the circle of wounds, does it mean that I learned about it?
Sorry, what?
the circle of wound that I
Of
learned
wounds?
about. Yeah,
Yes.
of wounds.
You know how to draw a circle of wounds.
And I know the words and everything.
You know the words to the right, yes.
Um,
You'll notice I choose my words carefully.
Yes.
so
Pizza powered girls in a half shell.
Are you finally getting to what me and Chris are memeing about?
what?
Teenage cultist freaky girl. Pizza in the sewers.
Yep.
It's a terrible joke. Don't put any weight into it.
Pizza power. I love that fucking intro.
So I'm gonna go back towards Eric, and I'm gonna be like, "Can you assist me with something?"
That
Yes.
fucking clip. All right.
So I'm gonna
And I'll
follow.
walk over here, and I'm like, "I'm going to try and summon something from the wound."
Oh,
Are you telling that to who? To all of us?
Eric.
Not to Aaron. Okay.
okay.
Because we need something to try and protect us in case this thing go rogue or if she just snap. Fortunately, I cannot.
I glance quickly towards Ramona, see if she's like listening to us.
She does seem to be looking at you guys. And she's eating pizza. We see her give off a little excited fit here and there.
Oh God, why am I bleeding?
What?
Like IRL?
IRL, yeah. I have like a tiny speckle of blood on my leg. I don't know where it came from.
Mm.
Probably you scratched too much.
I didn't even
The
scratch
cultist
anything.
campaign. The further we get into the game, the more you guys will bleed until we summon Beelzebub.
That I thought.
Beelzebubbles.
Moi, je pensais que c'était mes hémorroïdes.
Oh God. No, it's not from Diaz. It's just there's a spot on my leg that for some reason is bleeding. Doesn't even hurt, and I'm not scratching it. Anyways,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't look up Beelzebubble. Okay. It's
now I
not
have
at all
to.
what the fuck you're going to think. It has
Beelzebub.
nothing to do with demons.
Oh God, I don't
Diesel.
want to.
Bubbles.
It's a group
Beelzebubble.
of music.
Nope.
The fuck is a Beelzebub bubble?
It's just apparently a lot of Sims girls naked.
Stuff. That's not what I found. But okay.
I mean, adding bubble at the end.
Bubble necessarily.
Oh, in 2 words?
So,
Beelzebub bubbles?
I mean, I'm probably even just butchering it because I don't even remember how to put Beelzebub. I said Beelzebubble.
Anyways, I like getting closer to Manuelo. Don't
Oh,
forget she has
yeah.
very good hearing.
Yeah, I see it now.
Are you
Yo,
guys
that-
still looking at her?
Every now and then I
I'm not.
glance at her.
I'm not looking at her.
Okay.
I would like. I wouldn't glance at her directly, but I would keep her in my peripheral view to make sure that I know if she's paying attention or not to us.
She appears to be trying to feed the pizza to the newly resurrected Gom. And Gom is just slowly trying to push it away.
Okay. So I'm gonna go in my cabin, and I'm going to start the right of the open palm.
Okay.
Okay, I would
Cool.
follow him.
I'm gonna draw the circle of wounds. I'm gonna use.
What are you using to draw the circle of wounds?
I'm going.
Just to remind you, I'll put in the slots in chat. There's an ingredient that gets consumed. an ambience that gets consumed, it requires the use of an artifact that does not get it consumed, and the caster has to be either be alive or dead.
So I'm going to draw the circle with my blood.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be opening my hand with my ceremonial knife.
Okay, you're going to use your ceremonial knife as well?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Just to double check, because I think your ceremonial knife was just a regular ceremonial dagger, right?
I think so, yeah.
It's not the... Who's got the knife I'm thinking of?
I don't even
Just-
realize that we had a special.
I mean, I have one in my inventory. Is that the one you're thinking of?
Probably. Yes, that is the one I'm thinking of. Okay, you're not using Kiki's ritual knife.
I mean, unless you ask for it.
And as an ingredient, I'm gonna put in the middle a vial of the purple blood.
Okay, so you're slicing your hand for the ambience?
Yeah. Well, I have to cut myself while saying the words to summon.
Yep. Okay, yes, but are you going to use the fact that you, because if you remember, you slicing your hand creates a small ambience
Yeah,
of wounds.
yeah, that I remember that.
Okay, so using that, you're using a vial of the void
The
blood
void
as the
blood.
ingredient,
Yeah,
and the ceremonial dagger is going to slot in as an artifact, and then there's you.
Hmm.
Cool. So that's going to be a ritual that's going to have the equivalent of 3 stacks, so to speak, of aspect of the wounds.
Yeah.
You good with that?
hmm
Cool.
I mean, that's what he wants.
So as you go and you slice your hand and you state the this is after having drawn the circle. You state all of the ceremonial portions. With a slice of the hand, you squeeze your hand and you let the blood drip down into the center of the circle. And as it starts to pour, it pours out a lot more than you expect. And it doesn't seem to hurt you too much. Take 1 strength.
That one might me.
1 might, yes. Do I have it? I don't. Give me 2 seconds. Now that I'm going to use the trick that my good friend told me of. As you go and you squeeze, you notice that the blood seems to take a darker and darker tone until you start to see small specks of light, as if there's little tiny stars. It seems to go into a flat mirror-like shine. And on the other side, as if something's coming through, you've got a hand that reaches out. And then it crawls out, pulling itself out. And you see a very strange being indeed.
What the?
It appears to be some strange kind of... has a bit of a warrior's physique. It's muscular. And it happens to have multiple arms, one of them tied to a giant blade. And along its body, it seems to bleed here and there. And the blood, while red, seems to maintain a little bit of that sort of strange, starry sparkle to it.
Bloody Machan.
What?
As it comes out, I tell him, um, we have a covenant here. There is a dreamer, a drawer, one affiliated to Deep, myself, and my companion here, who needs protection. We're still trying to invite people over. One of them being on probation is the one related to Death and her companion. We need protection from them if need be. Otherwise, you can stay around here and, make do with life. Is that all right with you?
It glances at you.
Tell him he
And
can drink the beer if
nods.
he wants to. It's okay. For everyone.
I'm not talking loud, Kiki, so you wouldn't hear me.
Oh, okay, cool.
It seems
Sorry.
it looks at you and it nods. You hear what appears to be sort of an echoey sound. The words that come out, they don't make sense, at least if you listen to just the words. But in your head, you hear an entirely separate meaning. The meaning of, as per what you say, I will do.
Do I hear these words also as I'm nearby?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I will just simply nod.
I'm gonna walk back and
It
I'm gonna
steps out.
see my friend the dreamer. I'm gonna tell him.
Grash is looking at you and he says, wow. What the actual fuck is that?
Yeah, I just summoned the. Fortunately, I don't know what it's called. I turn around and I look at it and I'm like, what are your kind called? Or what is your name?
No name. We are referred to as lacerators.
Lacerator.
That's cool.
That's a cool name. Heavy metal as fuck. I love it.
Turn around and tell him it's a lacerator.
And the thing
So-
looks at you and it says, we carve a path when the worms open a way.
That's not ominous at all, right?
A path when the worms what?
Open a way.
Open a way.
Have you never seen a rift worm?
No. I would gladly like to, but not here. Not now.
It seems to think for a bit, and it says, probably not. They open a way, and what follows through afterwards is us.
This is when you're invading other worlds?
Invading, partaking, sharing.
Intruding.
Traveling.
Okay, with the adjectives. So yeah, he's here to protect us. No need to worry.
Oh, that's a relief.
And here's the beer. I'm gonna take the beer from Alan's. I don't know if
Stash.
Alan, did you stash it in your place or did you put it on the table?
No, I have like a cooler in there. It's like a mini, not a cooler, but like a mini fridge. It's not very big, but I put the beers from the depth in there, and the two cans of beer that I brought back also.
And the one that you stole from.
Yeah, that's the two that I brought back.
Okay.
They're just like nameless beer.
Okay, so I'll take one of them. Give it. What is his name again? I keep forgetting. What the fuck?
Lacerators?
The
Oh,
Lacerator.
Grash.
No, Grash.
There's Grash and there's Diaz.
And then I'm gonna go over to the same thing. So I just summoned a friend of Lacerator. And I point at him.
Hint, hint. Fuck you and your deep one summoning, eh, bud?
That's one thing that I'm worried about. We're not exactly setting an example for like teamwork.
You summoned a what?
A Lacerator.
Yo,
I just learned the name.
that sounds pretty cool.
He's going to be protecting us from inside the hideout, not outside. And he knows that. And I'm going to speak slower and whisper more into his ear, saying that the girl is still on probation. So if need be, he needs to defend us from her and the.
That freakish mummy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Otherwise, everything should go as intended.
Oh, I'm just covered in blood. My hands inside the corpse of Tony, just reaching out for shit.
Yeah, I'm
Like it's a mess.
I can see that. Is it your first time?
First time what?
While opening a creature, taking out his entrails.
Harvesting a corpse? I mean, I've done it with fish. I haven't done it with a fish that big before. Or am I doing it wrong?
Well, you can try to be more precise with your knife work, and don't be scared of doing like small cuts instead of big, large ones.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. I keep hacking at it, but more
Okay.
precisely.
Put in
You
some
get the
emphasis.
impression that the main ingredient that you're going to be able to use from this deep one is going to be the blood. At least that's what you're aware of.
Like nothing else.
Nope.
Not even the bones.
Bones don't seem to. I mean, you can use them as regular bones.
We can do some brat with it.
Yeah, I
Use
want
the
to keep
bone marrow.
the skull as decoration if possible.
That'd be cool.
Okay. Sure.
Never could get a skull of a troll for Troll Skull Manor, but I'm gonna get a deep one skull for this pad.
That's a deep cut right there.
That's not true. I did get a troll skull, but it wasn't intact. This one's gonna be intact. I'm gonna make sure of it. So I'll keep the skull. I'll gather the blood, and I'll try to pull out the teeth also if possible.
Okay.
But the blood is the thing that's gonna be like
The blood's the one
imbued-
that has imbued with
the
deep.
depth.
Yes.
Okay. That's fair.
He managed to get 6 doses of deep
Ooh.
blood.
Cool beans.
Nice,
gonna put
nice,
that-
nice, nice.
I'm gonna keep one on me, and I'm gonna put the rest in the base inventory.
So I take a deep sigh. Manuelo,
Yep.
can you like sit down here? and I'm going to sit down across from him. Okay. I haven't forgotten. What was that little weird trick you did back at the apartment before we got in?
The thing I've learned in Bolivia.
You said you learned that there, yes? At this point, I'm kind of forced to give you the benefit of the doubt.
So let's say I'm a little bit more familiar with the supernatural than you, since it seems more like you've learned while we were at the old lady's house, Meredith.
Meredith. That was basically my first actual taste of anything supernatural. But you had your own experiences, it seems.
I was much younger. And I was there for a while, multiple years. I didn't know at that time what it was. I was just trying to survive. And this is some of the things I've learned.
Okay. So you have a couple of little tricks. I remember the vines that you also summoned back at Meredith's house. Same relationship.
Exactly.
Is there anything else you should probably let me know you can do?
Mm, can kind of harm people's mind.
Oh God. Hopefully you haven't used that on any of us and we hadn't noticed.
No.
Okay, because sometimes I
Uh,
wonder if I'll wake up from this weird fever dreams every now and then.
I usually do that when people have a lot of protection, physical protection.
Mm, I see, I see.
Otherwise, can make people or kind of force people to believe that I'm something else instead of just lying.
Dang, you've got the best tricks. See, I am a man of many different talents, contacts, experience, tools. I've lived a lot of it. Can't say I have any prior knowledge of the occult. As a matter of fact, the reason I went to visit Meredith is because I had an inkling that there was something weird and a little otherworldly that was, let's say, out there. And I got curious.
Hmm. At that point, I'm gonna look at Ramona that's walking around.
He seems to be conversing with Brett and Grash.
How does Grash, like, I'm trying to read Grash's body language. How does he feel about what's in front of him right now?
He seems to be okay.
Seems to be okay. Better than I expected, honestly. I'll take it.
And you even see him seemingly talking to Gom. And then listening to Ramona for the answers.
So, Eric, what are any other things you want to say of skills that unique skills that you have?
good at investigating. I still have contacts at my previous job. As you've seen, I've practiced a handful of different side sports. I'm a pretty good shot, I would say.
You are.
I wish I could claim I was good with breaking and entering, but as you've seen, that turned out bad. I'll
Well,
get to practicing. It'll
all-
come
we-
useful again, I'm sure.
We all have our good days and
Yes, we do. No,
Bless you.
sorry.
bless you. In case you're wondering if I'm actually hiding any special powers, wish I did. That'd be pretty sweet.
No, I kind of saw you, and I'm sorry, but for a gringo, for a
what?
normie, if you want to, a white person, normal white person,
No, I
At
guess
this
you could
point-
consider me the normalest person here, which don't know if that's a good thing, really.
The lacerator looks at you, Manuelo,
I look at him.
and it says, "What is a white person?"
And I look at Eric, and I'm like,
I just wave at him.
this is a white person.
I don't deny it.
It glances.
In other words, it's a human with light skin. Closing more to the white color beige. Otherwise, there's the a little bit more caramel brown color, which could be Latinos, Arabs, or Indian people. And there's the Negro, Negritos, or African Americans that are really dark color or African.
Skin color is a bit of a spectrum, and you can generally guess someone's origin based on which color they're sporting.
Fascinating.
I don't know if this is knowledge you'll bring back to your dimension, but this is how things are here.
Probably not. Then it just walks away.
Wait until it learns about racism. He's gonna be like, "Well, these things are fucked up, man."
We are fucked up.
I just can't wait for him to go back to his world and he's gonna be like, and there's people called Negroes, niggers.
Imagine. We're literally teaching racism.
Oh my god.
Good thing I didn't told him there were inferior races, you know. It's best to be in the middle of the spectrum instead of the both sides.
Yeah.
The true backstory of his character is that he's deeply, deeply racist.
That's going to be a story arc later on in the campaign. We're
Oh
going to
my
need to
God.
unracist Manuelo.
Yeah. Or we learn he's racist and we have to, get rid of him.
Please no.
Get a demon to get rid of something more evil
you-
or racist.
Kiki,
What's
Alan, are you
Okay.
sure you want to do this when you don't have a familiar with you right now?
I can
got a
summon water.
lacerator.
Watch me summon water in your lungs, bitch. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find a loophole in the rules that allows me to do it. You don't want to mess with me.
Meanwhile, I have non-combat familiars. Woo!
I just pulled my 42nd teeth from this skull, alright? You don't want to fuck with me, SA.
I just started hitting the second row.
If there's teeth left, I'm gonna leave them for decoration for the skull. But yeah, next time we go out, I want to go to an arts and crafts shop.
Chris, are
I'm
we good
making-
players?
What?
Are we good players?
Absolutely.
Okay.
My idea is that I want to make a necklace with the teeth, and if I ever encounter another deep one, I'm gonna use my amazing skill of
Intimidation.
intimidation, and I'm gonna intimidate. I did this myself. I killed him myself. You don't want to mess with me, essay. Yeah, that's my plan. I'm cleaning up and I'm throwing the rest of the corpse in the. Why can't I?
Because I have control over the corpse.
Oh no, that's what I want to do. There we go.
You want to? Okay.
Get rid of
Wanted to
what's left.
point.
And I'm gonna put the skull proudly on one of the walls.
Ah, Tony, he was a dick.
He
He was an
sure
absolute
was.
dick, and you know what? He's probably better than the next one he's gonna summon.
I don't know about that.
Because don't forget, even if he's dead in this world, he can come back. Maybe.
Also,
That
yes.
is your understanding of it.
Death is but a temporary thing here. Either that, or he doesn't die. He just gets sent back to his plane of origin.
I don't know, man. There's certain things that if you salt and burn their bones, they won't come back. I've heard that works on demons and ghosts.
And after what, you're gonna start driving an Impala?
Yes.
Damn.
Losers. We're saving people, hunting things. The family business. Carry on my wayward son and all that jazz.
I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna start reading, trying to describe my third book.
Okay.
Oh God, that's
What,
right.
what did I tell you about the third book? I didn't tell you anything, did I?
Right now, nothing. I only transcribed 2 books, so
That's
now
good.
I'm doing the third one.
Oh wait, you. You only did 2 books?
Well, that's what I have marked here, unless I've made a mistake.
That's what I'm gonna check. Your book clones. I'm gonna have to find it gets back on the old list. I'm trying to centralize things on my side as well.
That's why
Oh,
Microsoft
yes,
knows.
okay. So you had gotten 2 books, right? Which makes sense because none of them pertained to that. Cool. This one looks to be a spell,
Ooh,
but you won't find out what it is tonight.
No?
good.
Are you getting session close?
Not, no, well, it just means that he's going to start research on it, but he's just not going to
Okay.
complete it tonight.
Okay.
Cool. So what do you guys do?
I want to go finish writing my dissertation.
Okay.
Putting the finishing touches on it.
Sheena's going to be researching, and Alex.
I have in my notes here that I have my 5th book still, and the only thing I have written down is spell. So
Yes. That one I can actually give you
okay.
because that one is ready.
Oh, okay. Good.
So the spell in question, you're reading about it, and it seems to be an account of somebody who's been. You would describe him as sort of like an intellectual, like a quirky intellectual that's been like trying to delve into the occult,
Okay.
and in particular has been doing so with sort of like the idea of like sort of a bit of a scientific method behind it. But instead of going the route of the real, he seems to have stumbled on the light in the dark. In particular, he's managed to figure out that how to do on his own way a circle of the light in the dark, which you already know, but had managed to do an incantation that he said snuffed out all light within its vicinity. Yet he retains the ability to see.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's up my jam.
It's like a digital threat inside the Bangalore smoke. That's nice.
Jesus Christ. I was wondering what the fuck you were saying, and then it clicked. You were talking Apex.
75% of us understood that reference.
I'm afraid I didn't.
You're the
That's-
25%.
Yeah. I'm not gonna ask for an explanation. It's gonna ruin your joke.
It's a scope that allows you to see through smoke.
Oh, okay.
The spell in question seems to require a ritual of the light in the dark. Surprise, surprise.
Okay.
And it seems to require nothing more than the same for doing a wisp, but instead you have to have and hold the intention of doing that effect and saying the correct words for it. So the rite is slightly altered.
Okay. Ooh, that's a read. Okay, I am satisfied?
Nope. I will remind you guys, in case you've forgotten, there is a location that you haven't gone to yet.
Texas.
Yes.
I think we're all dreading Texas.
A gentle reminder.
Mhm.
They have so much guns.
No, I haven't forgotten about it, but I figure it's just a bit more of an ordeal to get there than just any other random location.
Sure.
But we can start discussing those plans tomorrow in universe.
Yeah. I guess we'll all go to sleep.
Would it be fair to say that I have time to finish my dissertation?
Yes.
I'm gonna add like in the second chapter, the one about the deep ones. I'm gonna add all that I've discovered while summoning, interacting with, and dissecting the deep one. Uh, I'll even add a tooth inside the book as like material, if that's possible.
That is indeed possible.
I would like
My
to.
man's going all out. He's like, I want that gold favor.
Fuck yeah, man. It's gonna be awesome. And uh I think that's it. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna finish the book. The book, the dissertation, sorry.
Do you have it already in your? Yeah, you already started it in your equipment.
Yeah, I got transcription, ritual, deep ones. Oh, I still have the third book to write about, which is the ritual, I think. Right? No, wait, hold on. Let me pull out my notes. Third book was
Was an
Jesus.
artifact.
Why is it my oh that's the wrong notepad. Certain notes. I'm sorry. First book, second book, third book. Yeah, the location of the artifact. So I will write about the artifact of the deep that I found, which was the jar with the water in it. I will write my experimentations about it, how it speaks, how it whispers, how it asks for secrets.
Okay.
And yeah,
DM.
I still haven't managed to get it to speak right, to get it to tell me anything useful.
I mean, it asks you for a name and it asks you for favor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, didn't you tell it a secret and Chris was not ready for
Yeah, Well, can I try that again?
Oh, right. Yeah, because you wanted to.
I
Because
asked
you
for a
told
secret.
it you told it a secret, right?
Yeah, I was hoping as a favor to have the password of the door.
Yes, and that's when I was asking for a favor.
What kind of favor? Does it have a dick? Does it want a
No,
blowjob? Like,
like a favor.
oh,
Like
like a
like the
favor.
currency.
Right, which I don't have.
I was asking
Okay.
for a silver favor.
Specifically a silver favor.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask the boys if I can borrow a silver favor.
We don't have a silver flavor.
One of you has
we
one,
have
right?
one silver favor.
Yeah, exactly. Who has one?
I have it.
Can I? Okay, I'm gonna go to you. Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Move your talking, nigga.
I'm a ligga. I'm a liquid nigga.
Jesus. Do you know a liger is a mixture of a tiger and a lion?
Yeah, I also know they can't reproduce because they're
Yes,
fucking abominations.
I
Beautiful
love,
abominations, though.
absolutely.
I love it that you bring it closer to Ramona than Eric.
Where are you? Oh yeah, that's where you are. You guys look so similar.
Oh,
They're both white.
sure.
Exactly. Hello, Eric. I kind of need a favor.
Okay, what kind of favor?
Like literally. You have a favor, right? The silver one.
Oh, I have one which we're keeping for a rainy day.
Right. So here's the thing. To complete my dissertation, which I bet you it's gonna be worth at least gold. I put a lot of work into it. To finish it, to make it complete, I need a final thing, which is my final experimentation with my artifact. And it asked for a secret, which I gave it, and it asked for a silver favor to get the thing that I'm asking for. And before you ask, what I'm asking for is the secret word to open the door, right? You know, the door to the depth. So if I can manage to do that, I'll finish my experimentation with the jar itself, and I'll owe you a silver favor. I'll give it back to you. No worries, because I'm gonna make more than a silver favor for my dissertation. So you know, je vais te ramener la monnaie, genre. Know what I
I'll
mean?
owe you a favor.
Yeah, I'll owe you a silver favor. And before you ask, no, I don't give those. I have very sharp teeth.
No, I wasn't going to ask about that. Don't worry. So,
Also, I don't swing that way.
me neither. I'm not into fish. That'd
Yeah.
be some very rare
So
zoophilia.
sure. Yeah. So is that okay with you? You can be there to watch if you want.
Well, so the thing that bugs me is that I wanted to keep it so we at least have one favor on hand in case of like actual issue.
Well, that's the thing. I'm gonna turn it in tomorrow, so I'll have your favor tomorrow.
Oh. Tomorrow I was going to push for us to go visit Texas.
Oh well, we can stop by the library first. It's only gonna take like what, an hour max, and then we can go to Texas if you want.
Counter offer to you.
I'm listening.
We go to Texas first. We take care of business there. If we have not had need for the silver favor by that point and by the time we return home, then I'll let you have it so we can cash in for a gold.
Sure. But again, I'll have your silver favor tomorrow morning.
Are you gonna get paid immediately?
I'm not gonna give her my dissertation unless she pays me immediately. Yeah, of course.
Who?
Him. Sorry, the librarian, the light in the dark guy.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember who. I just figured I got confused when you said her.
Yeah, I got confused also. But depending on the value of my transcript, it might even be worth more. So, you know, we might get more than it. Essentially, depending how much a gold favor is worth, I'm gonna ask for change. So what if it's worth 5 silver favor? So you give me 1 and I bring back 5. You know, we have more on hand. You know what I mean? We can get a.
If we can get guaranteed to get paid right away, sure. If we're not paid right away, I want to have at least a little bit of currency on hand when we go visit Texas.
It's not guaranteed 100%, but there's a good chance. I mean, that's what she did. That's what he said we were gonna get favors. And I mean, you can take a look at my dissertation. It's very thick, very
Oh, I don't
complete.
doubt it, but I'm certainly not qualified to judge the quality of it.
Okay, can I? Do I have an idea how much it would be worth, or am I also not qualified to?
I don't believe you're too qualified to figure out the worth. From the description that you had gotten from Vital, Silver's favors are, they're not uncommon, but they're not super common either.
So I don't have an idea how much my dissertation would be.
You're not sure.
Okay. What time is it now in game?
It's late at night. We're talking like 10 o'clock at night.
So it's probably closed by now.
You can always try.
Yeah, you know what? I want to get this done before we leave. So I'll go get my dissertation evaluated. Give them an idea. I'm not gonna bring it physically, obviously, in case something happens. But yeah, I'm gonna go get an idea, see if I can get an estimate for you, so I can do the experiment before I go to bed and then complete the dissertation. Sounds good?
Are you gonna go visit the librarian right now?
Yeah, just to get an estimate. Tell them like just about what my dissertation is about and what it contains. How much would that be worth? And I want to get a guarantee from her. And I'll
From
get back to you.
you said her again.
Him. I don't know why I keep saying her.
Me neither. It makes no sense.
Perhaps you wish it was her.
Maybe.
I have a thing for sexy librarians. What can I say?
Damn, Skip.
To be fair,
I
that's
saw
that's a
her.
quality fetish.
I saw Pura, and that's all I can think
I was about to say. I was about to say Pura as well.
of.
They knew what they were doing.
Of course they did. So I'll be right back, and I'm gonna head to the
I'll
library.
drive you there so you get there faster.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That way I don't get jumped, or if I do, I'm not alone.
The lacerator approaches you, Manuelo, seeing and understanding what's going on with the other two, and says, "Do I protect them or do I stay here?" Manuelo?
Yeah. You stay here. The dreamer and the jar needs to be protected.
Understood. He just kind of sits down and appears to be doing a motion that looks like it's sharpening its blade and its bones at the same time.
Sick. It's gonna be ready.
Cool. So you guys head out to head towards
Late night
Vital.
drive.
A late night drive. The
Incursion.
two of you, give me a perception check, please.
Oh, great.
First roll of the night. It's not actually the
It's
first
not
roll of the
first
night.
roll tonight. We're pretty.
It feels like it though, with all the rolls that you guys have been giving.
This game is not as roll heavy as
Perception.
Holy hell, dude! Hell yes!
Oh,
I just saw what
wow.
you sent me. Damn,
Who sent you?
Alex is a man of taste.
Oh no. So we definitely see the sign that says no parking after 11 or something.
Yep, indeed, exactly.
oops, that's not.
He sent it to me again.
No, there's something else I wanted to send you. Just for some reason it didn't copy correctly. There we go.
Uh-oh. Okay. I love it. So you guys managed to get to the library, and surprise, surprise, it's still open.
Ooh.
Vital Go looks. What? He checks the time. You guys at this hour?
Well, he was in a bit of a hurry.
Hold on. He looks at you, Alan.
Oh, fish guts.
Yep, there it is.
My doppelganger
Right.
didn't pass by, did he?
Nope, not since.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got my dissertation almost ready to go.
What do you mean almost?
It is thick.
Okay.
In resume, I got shit from all 33 books that you sold me,
Okay.
plus some extra stuff. Even a physical tooth of a deep one. Yes, I know. I didn't have to, but I want to make it fancy. And so it's got steps for a ritual of the depth. It's got stuff about deep ones. It's got stuff about an artifact of the deep. It's got a lot of shit. Experiments and that I've done physically. A summoning that I've done. It's very thick. The one thing is, I have this one artifact that I want to finish testing before tomorrow. And part of the ritual, I need a silver favor.
I see.
My man here has a silver favor,
One.
so only one. And I told him, I was like, I bet my dissertation is going to be worth more than a silver favor, so I can give you back the silver favor tomorrow. I'll owe you one. But he wanted confirmation, so I decided to come here because we really got to leave tomorrow. So I want to know if I'm sorry?
Vital stretches out his hand as if asking for the dissertation.
Oh, I didn't bring it with me. I just want like an estimate of when it's completed, when I get it tomorrow. You have an idea how much that would be worth.
Oh, well, what's in it? You said there was
I just told you.
a tooth? The ritual?
Yes.
All
A
the
ritual
steps?
to summon a deep one.
Okay.
All the steps of it. My experience with it because I actually did it. Second one has information about a deep one, physically and inside and out, and my interactions with one.
And the last one's going to be relating to a particular artifact.
Yes. An artifact that I found.
Mm-hmm.
So just estimated. Would that be at least worth a gold favor in your opinion?
No.
Or at least more than 2 silver?
It would be 2 silver and 1 bronze.
So I turn to Eric. Is that good enough confirmation for you?
That's like the maximum payout if it's top quality.
Well, he is giving some decent stuff, yes. That is indeed a decent amount.
Hmm.
So you'll get back your silver favor, and I'll end up with a silver and maybe a bronze, an extra. Everybody's happy. What does that sound to you?
Would you pay right away? Or do you
Yeah,
need some
when I
got
give it
time
tomorrow, would you give it right away?
I would skim it to make sure that it is what it is he's saying, and then I'd pay. The skimming wouldn't take very long. It would take maybe about a minute. Just to confirm that there is at
That is
least
very
the
fast
content
skimming.
he states.
Sounds like fair to me.
You too might get very good at this.
Hoping so.
Okay. Consider me sold on the notion of letting you have the silver. Hopefully we live to tell the tale. I don't know what his thing is going to do with that silver.
I'm only asking for information.
Alright.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you. And
Okie
remember,
doke. I look forward to it.
fish cups. What time do you open?
I'm here all the time.
All right. Fantastic.
Do you just live on the floor above?
Yep.
Convenient.
Very.
Oh, can we stop at Tim Hortons on the way?
Tim Hortons?
Is that a no?
It's a. I did not expect that out of you, but sure.
I mean, I got good coffee.
So I'm going to go to the drive-thru of a Tim Hortons on the way back to the hideout.
I didn't expect you to agree, but okay.
Order myself some food, actually.
I'll get whatever
Mhm.
donut is in season. You know, their special donuts.
Okay.
Nutella or confetti or
Why
whatever.
am I not surprised that they have seasonal donuts?
They always have seasonal donuts.
Do you know how often I go to Tim Hortons?
Not enough, clearly.
Clearly.
You're missing out.
Kiki, do you have the intention of doing the silver thing tonight?
Yes.
Cool. Because noticing the time, I'd say that if you don't have the intention, we'd end it there. Otherwise, if you do have the intention,
If
I
it's too
suggest
late, we
check-
can do it like first time next session. I don't mind.
I was actually going to suggest no, that we do just the beginning of it.
Cool.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Fantastic. I will as soon as I get home, I will
I smell a cliffhanger.
go to my bedroom with my
Okay.
donut and my coffee.
Do you pour
And I
the
will-
coffee in?
No. I'll put water in. Coffee's for me.
Cool.
Imagine if pouring coffee did something special.
That would be fun. You know, maybe.
Enervated Cthulhu.
I'm gonna put the
So-
water in.
Pouring the water in, you've got the familiar sound of whispering. Just in the background.
Well, hello again, creepy fucking whispers. How have you been?
It greets you back with a hello. I should not whisper because I know it's not going to come out properly.
It's okay. I have the secret that I gave you last time. You still have that?
The words to open the gate to the depths.
Yes. I have what's
Yes.
missing. You needed a favor, is that correct?
Silver favor.
And I pull out the silver favor that I assume Eric gave me. I
Yes, I
forgot
would have
to.
given it to you.
I will, okay.
Okay.
I'll pull it out.
Okay.
And
Where are you doing this on the map, by the way?
my room here.
Okay. So you'd be like here about?
Yeah.
Cool.
Inside like here.
Okay. What do you do with the silver favor?
I'm gonna ask it. What do I do with the silver favor? Throw it just like.
Drop
Oh.
it in the jar.
Oh no! Say insert it again. That's. I'm gonna insert it slowly inside the water in the jar.
Okay.
You know,
Right as
it
you
sink
let go.
down, you know.
Right as you let go, it seems to sink down, but instead of falling down and hitting a clink or anything like that, it's gone.
Oh.
And the water inside turns a pitch black. And you start to see just the slightest bit of movement at the bottom. And it's enough for you to startle you and for you to drop the jar on the floor.
Can I try to not drop the jar?
I mean, you can.
I would like to not drop the jar.
Sure.
I mean, fuck that, man. This thing's valuable. I don't want to lose it. What do I do? Do I do like a speed?
Beat if you want.
I'd love to. Oh, that's not great.
It's okay. You fumble as you try, and it hits the ground, but it does not shatter.
Okay.
And as it does so, shadow pours out of it. The liquid seemingly gone. The whispers are gone as well. And out in front of you, appears to be a very strange black demon and says, "You have awakened me.
Good morning.
Hello."
It's actually pretty late. I'm sorry I woke you up that late.
Nonsense. You wished for secrets.
Yeah. What's I'm sorry, I'm Alan, and you are?
I am he who stares back.
That's a long name. You don't have a simpler one? No offense. Like
It
Bob?
stares at you.
Okay, he stares back. Okay, cool. That's your name. Did I do something wrong? Are you gonna kill me, or are you here to give me like the secrets that I asked?
I'm here to give you the secrets that you asked.
Cool. You seem no offense, you look kind of dangerous. You're not like gonna kill me or my friends, are you?
No. You
Okay.
paid the toll.
I did. You know, just making sure that we're cool. Yeah, so there's this door right to the depth, and I'm pretty sure my old cultist friends, they're in there.
Gosh.
Like to
And it leans close to you, as if about to whisper something.
I was just about to get romantic.
Give me an intellect defense.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not trained that, so that's just straight intellect. Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
Indeed.
No bueno, no bueno.
No bueno indeed. You lose 6 intellect.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
As it speaks to you, you hear words that burn into your mind. Words you're sure you can pronounce again. Words that were not all too unfamiliar to what you've heard the Deep One say. And then, without another trace, the demon's gone. And this is where we will end.
I'm gonna cough up some blood. What the fuck?
He who stares back.
Boys, I'm gonna have like a few paragraphs to add to my dissertation about the one who stares back.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's scary.
No, it's awesome. It didn't kill me. It just gave me a slight whatchamacallit, obviously. A slight stroke.
Are you gonna be okay?
I hope so. After a good night's rest, I bet I'll be fine.
Good, because that was a hefty amount of mind damage.
Yeah. Well, after Texas, who's up for opening the gates of the depth and paying a visit to Cthulhu?
You.
Yeah, me, definitely. Just want to say hi, get an autograph or something.
This is gonna be interesting.
Awesome. Yes,
Understood?
I'm ready for next time.
Cool.
Okay.
So between sessions, I'm going to be finishing my dissertation and getting some rest. That's me.
Okie doke. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much again, GM.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Chris.
Have yourselves an excellent night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night,
Do we
everyone.
have session next week or do we
No.
wait?
No.
Because okay, I was going to ask. Do we?
We're gonna wait
postpone?
for,
Yeah, exactly. Because
Do we
Yeah.
postpone 1 week or do we just move it to a different day?
That's up to you guys. I assume, depending if he's going to a bachelor party or something, he's probably going to be out for the majority. So it would have to be at like the end of the week or something. It would probably have to be further away. That's what I'm assuming. But
Well, if everyone's still good for a Monday, we could try Monday.
I'm good with that.
I'm good for a Monday as well.
Okay. Placeholder
Alright.
Monday next week.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
tentative Monday.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Okie doke. GG, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
good nightmares.
Nighty night.
Have a good one.